Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Swede Wellness YouTube video. Today we're going to talk about posture and how to fix a poor posture. So if you want to hear what I have to say and some quick tips, then keep on watching. So to start off this video, I just wanted to quickly say that muscles are adaptable, which means if you put them in a position for long enough, they're going to adapt to that position. So I like to think about muscles as kind of like a rubber band. You can stretch them out and they're going to want to pull back to the same position, but if you keep it stretched out for a longer period of time, then this is going to be a stretched out rubber band. So what we're going to have to do is work the muscle and tighten it up to get it back to its original position. We're in my kitchen and I apologize if the dishwasher right next to the camera is obnoxious or annoying. I'm going to do my best to cancel that out in editing. But the first step to a better posture is to open up our chest, and by doing so we create space for our second step, which we're going to talk about later. So I want to show you the first step, which is stretching out our pectoralis muscles. So what I like to do is do this in 3 steps. What you need is yourself and a doorway. So you're going to place your arm in a 90-degree angle right to the doorway. You're going to take a step through and you're going to stretch it out. Now, ideally you would hold this for 45 to 60 seconds. When I started doing the stretch, I really could not do it for 45-60 seconds. I started out at 25 seconds and then I worked my way up every day because the stretch was just too harsh and it would hurt too bad because I hadn't done this before. So I was not used to it and the pain was just too much. So if you feel like you can't do 60 seconds the first time you try this, don't worry. Just work your way up towards the 45-second mark and I'm sure you can do it. And so after you've done this for 45 seconds, switch arms, do the same thing, 90-degree angle right here, and step through and push. So you don't want to be too harsh, but you know your body best. I can't tell you how far you should lean, how big of a step you should take. Just feel it out. And so the second stretch is to lower your arm. So instead of this 90-degree angle, I'm going to lower my arm a little bit. And I'm going to step through, exact same thing. Step through and just lean forward until you feel the stretch. What this is going to do is just hit the pectoralis major muscle slightly differently. It's a big muscle, so it's hard to hit or target the entire muscle at the same time. So that's why I like to do it in 3 parts. So when you've done this for 45 to 60 seconds, same thing, switch arms. You could also do it with both arms at the same time. My doorway is just a little, I have too little space right here, so my arm typically falls through. So I'm just doing this with one arm at a time, which gives me a little bit of rest time. So after you've done the 90-degree and you've lowered your arm, we're going to put our arm higher up on the doorway. So I'm doing the same thing again. I'm stepping through the doorway and I'm leaning in, trying to put my weight on my right foot. If you can step through with both feet, that's also perfectly fine. For me, I don't feel like I'm getting the same stretch or as good of a stretch. I like to keep one leg behind and step through with the leg that is the same side as the arm that I'm stretching. So right now I'm stretching my right arm and I'm putting my right foot through the doorway. And I'm holding this for 45 to 60 seconds again. Same principle as before. And when you're done with this, switch arms, or if you do with them at the same time. And this just makes sure that we create enough space to where when we tighten our upper back muscles, our chest muscles are open and ready to adapt. This angle might not be the best, but I'm trying my best with the space I have. And what we're going to do now is the second step to better posture, which is strengthening our upper backs to tighten the muscles and roll our shoulders back. So what we're going to do is lay flat on our backs, keep our arms at a 90-degree angle, and we're going to lift our elbows off the ground, put them right back down. Lift them up. back down. Let me demonstrate. So I'm gonna lay down and hopefully you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I am putting my arms at a 90-degree angle right here, and I'm gonna lift and put them right back down. Lift, put them back down. And as I'm doing this, I'm trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together and release. Squeeze and release. So those are the two things that run through my mind as I'm doing this exercise. Lifting my elbows and squeezing my shoulder blades together. So from the back it looks like this. Release. Squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release. Now if you can do 3 sets of this 10 times, that's great. Make sure you get enough rest time in between the 3 sets. And I'm going to show you one more exercise to work on your mobility and strengthen your upper back. So let's go. So we're back in my hallway and hopefully the camera doesn't die. I'm going to show you the last exercise that I have for you. What I want you to do is place your feet maybe 10-ish centimeters from the wall and put your hips towards the wall, put your shoulder blades towards the wall. And then from this position, you're going to place your arm at a 90-degree angle. From this position, you're going to want to lift your hands and your arms above your head and keep your knuckles to the wall and keep your elbows to the wall. Come back down. Release the tension. Take a breath. Come right back up. Whoop, my watch got stuck. Come back up. Try to keep the knuckles and the elbows to the wall. Come back down. Now this is actually harder than it looks, at least for me, because my mobility is not as great as I would like it to be. But keep doing this, keep working on it. 3 sets, 10 reps, just the same as the other exercise. And hopefully these quick tips have helped you and you can improve your posture. See you next month. Bye everyone.